Academy Learning Coach University course on navigating the online middle and high school. Our middle and high schools use the same platform, but our elementary school uses a different one. So if you have an elementary schooler, please watch that tutorial video as well. The first thing you'll want to do here is log into your Learning Coach account. If you haven't set that up yet, you can go to utahvirtualacademy.org and click on either of the schools and then click on Strong Start. If you scroll down to Links to Success, you'll see that number 1 listed under here is Set Up Learning Coach and Student Accounts, and that will walk you through it step by step. Now this is the landing page or something similar to this that you will see when you sign in to your Learning Coach account. Up here at the top, you can see this drop-down menu has all of my students listed. Now we're going to look at the 8th grade student today. So here we are on the My Students page. On the left-hand side, you can see the menu with My Schedule, which if you had any live events you were added to, any classes or assemblies or anything like that as the Learning Coach, those would show here, and you can look at that in a daily or weekly view. Attendance, we won't go over this because it's covered in a different video, so please be sure to watch that on the attendance page listed under LCU. But this is where you'll click to mark that attendance every day. Announcements, these will update occasionally with different things like K-12 clubs, Learning Coach classes through K-12, so you can check those out every once in a while as well. A couple other things to notice on your landing page. Up here in the right-hand corner, you will see access to school email. This drop-down menu brings up different links that may be useful that your student will be using. And then if you click on your name, you can see My Account, My Info, Time Zone Settings, and we're going to take a quick look at My Info. So if you click on that, it will bring up a page that looks like this. And again, you can choose which student you want to look at. I'm going to look at my 8th grader, and you can see courses and classrooms, student account, orders, hardware. We're just going to take a quick look at the school page. So here on the right-hand side, you will see your student ID number for this student. They will use this on a regular basis, so if they don't know it or ever forget it, this is where you can access it. So go ahead and write that down or have them memorize it, put it on a sticky note so that they can use that. Back to our main page, I'm going to change this to the weekly view, and we're going to look at what your student schedule will look like. So if they had any live classes, those would be listed up here at the top. It would say the time and the course, and that would actually be a live link. So if they had science at 9, it would say that you could click on it and it would open up the live classroom for them at the time of their class. And then below it lists all of the assignments that they have. Now this student has a ton of assignments because it's a demo account and has way more classes added than your student will have. But you can see your student's progress on these assignments from this page. So right now, all of these assignments have a little empty bubble next to it. Once your student has completed that assignment, it will have a green check mark in it. So that's a good way for you to see what they've completed today and what they still need to get done. We are going to take a quick look at what your student sees when they go into one of their classes. So we'll just go ahead and pick one of their classes to look at. This has brought you into what your student sees. So this is exactly what they'll see when they sign into their account and look at their history class. Up here at the top, there are a couple quick things to note. On the left-hand side, you can go to My Home. My Schedule will look just like yours, but with all of their classes. If you click on Classes, you'll be able to see every class they're enrolled in and the grade that they have up in the top right-hand corner. So that's a good place to get an overview of where they're at. So we will go back into a class here, and then this little menu right here lets you pick which class you want to look at next. This menu will look very similar for every class. So we are currently on the class homepage. You can get an overview, see what's coming up, where their grade's at, if there are any announcements. You can click on Plan to see everything coming up, grades, and progress. Those are good tabs for learning coaches. You'll be able to see exactly where they're at with everything, and then content has everything listed that your student will use for that class.